Hi everyone, it's Maurie Pickering here again from Pickering Luxury Garage. I just wanted to profile one of our cars we've got. We've got to do a bit of a test drive Friday plan, so we're going to take this opportunity. This car's just come in. It's pretty unique in such that only 700 of these cars come into Australia. Mach 1 history goes back a huge amount of time with Mustang. And to highlight some of the features on this car, we're going to have a quick drive in a moment. Obviously we've got the dominating front features here with these, I suppose you'd call them fake spotlight places, but it's reminiscent of the era back in the day. We've got more lower skirts on the car. We've got Mach 1 badging. What I do love about this car is we've got the beautiful Shelby wheel on the 20-inch tyres. It's got the Shelby, Carroll Shelby centres in there. There is a standard wheel available, but there's options around about $5,000 to have that feature on the car. Obviously you've got the side decals on the car, the rear wing, different tail lights, but I love these exhaust tips. We've got a electronic valve system in the exhaust as a standard feature. You know, so we've got dual exhausts on the back. You know, it's got quite a lot of little unique features. They're only quirky features, but they're unique features just the same. With only 700 of them in the country, again, value for money and a bit of a collector car for being under $100,000. I just think it's tremendous value. So what we'll do is we'll take the car for a bit of a drive. Obviously, it's got all the benefits of having 470 horsepower stock standard with a Coyote motor. So to me, you know, the days of when we had old days of Commodores, 165 kilowatts and that sort of thing, this is just amazing power on tap, stock standard from the factory, and just a pleasure to drive. So again, highlighted a few of the outside features. We'll get in the car and go for a drive. So let's just have a look at the basics inside this car again. The era that you're looking at here obviously is 2021, 2022, but the DNA of this car, when you look back at the dash, all of this sort of high padding, which again was left-hand, right-hand drive conversion thoughts back in the days, it's all still there, and I love the fact that we've kept a lot of this DNA. Obviously beautiful steering wheel, we've got the horse in the middle, and you know, it's just quite grand. This car's number I think is 5740, so that'd be on a worldwide production base. Actually, I don't know the exact production for the global market, but I know we have 700 of them brought to Australia. Of course, then you've got the colour mix. So again, I haven't seen too many white ones around, but you know, the white looks clean and cool and it's very easy to maintain. So let's start the car up and we'll go for a drive. So as you can see, all of the new normal stuff you get with a modern car today. When I say that, we've got paddle shifts here, which isn't on every auto car, but on a sports car, it's just become the norm to be a manual automatic, so to speak. With regard to all the other comfort features, you know, again, it's as standard. Beautiful sound system. Obviously, we've got air conditioning, power steering, power windows, ABS brakes. Good improvement in brakes in the last many years as well. So come on, we'll have a bit of a drive. You've got good centre cup holders here, which is, you know, got to have a coffee, got to be able to have a coffee in comfort. So I don't think that's obtrusively loud. I mean, that's just a good highway commute when you're accelerating away. We don't want something that's uncomfortable in my view, because 90% of our driving's, you know, just for general use, isn't it? You know, this car certainly with 470 horsepower just under the throttle is going to give you everything you need, just putting around town, I can assure you. I haven't looked at the fuel statistics, but I'd imagine that, you know, again with these Coyote engines, they're so fuel efficient, and the way they map these engines today, the technology that we've got allows us to get, you know, extremely good horsepower and at the same time run on different sorts of fuels. Obviously we've got E10 fuels, we've got 91, 95, 98. I mean, you can run 98 in these cars if you want to be extra nice to the car, but if it needs to run 95, I think that would be the minimum I would be prepared to put in this car. This car's done 15,700 kilometres, and again, it's just a one-owner car. And you know, when you look at what they have been marketed for recently, they've been up to $120,000, and I think this car priced at around $95,000. To me, it represents us putting it to the market to our customers at a good, reasonable figure. that they can either see future value in, but also get a lot of fun out of over the next few years. Yeah, well, I've got them on, mate. The aircon seats are buzzing, so, you know, and of course you've got heated seats. It seems to be become the norm, doesn't it, really? This has, obviously, as they've come even the last few years, they've got the Bluetooth activity and, you know, all of that sort of connections. A lot of cars still have been left behind in that area. This car has a lot of the features in that area that are just automatic and very easy to use. Sometimes you jump into something and you think, oh God, that should have it, but it doesn't. And you know, that can be as late as a 2023 car. So I've got this in paddle shift mode at the moment, give it a bit more throttle. That's in Sports Plus. Oh yeah, ripper. Sports mode, Sports Plus, racetrack. Oh God, drag strip. Yeah. So where's the normal mode? So just highlighting here, we can do a variety of different modes. We can do drag strip mode. We can also do sports mode. Just stick down this passenger way here. There's plenty of good afternoon traffic as normal, and obviously one of the other attractive features is sports mode and of course Sports Plus. So we can have race. I mean, again, all of these transmissions have shifting patterns, so it will deliver harder and quicker and more efficiently as per what you set it in, what mode you want. I mean, again, the technology, it's just is quite amazing for the money, I've got to say, and I've got to come back to you say for the money. You know, we sell obviously Lamborghinis and all sorts of things, and I just think it's just such a glotter car for $95,000. We're in a nice speed zone here. Slow down, please. It says there. Got to slow down. We've got to keep at the speed limit where possible. As they say, 0 to 100 often is compared in 6 seconds or 5 seconds, but you know, you can never really be arrested if you're in the right spot for how fast you get there. So if you want to get there in 2 seconds, you can, technically speaking, although it's not highly recommended. We see some of these new cars that are, you know, doing 0 to 100 in 2 seconds and 3 seconds. I mean, it's nearly pretty sublime to be having these electric cars and all these things come to market. I still am a bit of a purist, and I got to say, this to me might be 0 to 100 in 4.8, but this is just so much more car to drive, in my opinion. Everybody's going to have their opinion, but that's just my opinion. It sort of still talks to you, you know. It's just the noise. And sitting above this steering wheel, you know, with the pedigree and history in Mustang, is a pretty special thing. And we've got the Magic Millions horse sales on here.
I'm calling it.
Well, it's the ponies, see, that's why we come here. We come to see the horses. That's where the horses were, and that's where the horses are. Go the Mustangs. I bet you everybody over there is wishing they could buy a Magic Millions Mustang that runs like the wind. We got our big Magic Millions carnival this weekend, and you know, we're expecting many, many thousands of people to hopefully another successful event for the Gold Coast. It's just got a nice burble, that, hasn't it? It's not intrusive, but it's just enough. It's just, I've been in so many cars where people have modified exhausts and done this and that and the other, and you get at 110 k's an hour on the freeway and it's nothing but a drone. So if you're driving to Sydney or somewhere, it's a drone for 6 hours. It can kill you. So a nice passive exhaust once you've got going, a nice throaty exhaust through the acceleration, the gear changing or the down changing is always what I find is some of the most pleasurable things when you own a sports car of any sort, whether it's a Lamborghini or this Mustang. Obviously the 2.3 litre Mustang was brought out originally in this car. You know, I don't really think it befits that. I know there's a market there for people who want to buy a 4-cylinder Mustang, but it probably hasn't been a great success. So you're only really looking at the success and the growth of the car being a 5-litre Coyote powered car. And again, this being a limited derivative of that, I think again makes it all that much more special. Geez, it's got a lot of buttons on the dash here and the steering wheel, so it is really, again, common sense stuff, but you know, obviously still got all the comfort features we've got here, cruise control and all those sorts of things. A little grip of the throttle by the transmission, and the accelerator does the throttle blip for you. Obviously I don't want to put it in drag mode, putting around, but you know, racetrack mode. You know, these are all aggressive things that change. Just putting in auto mode, you can change it just back in here and just go back to drive, and we're back in the drive position. Just there, that's drive position. Yeah, looking for buyers interstate, obviously Gold Coast is only one part of our market. We're sending cars to Perth and Melbourne and all sorts of places, so you know, very happy to assist. We have freight companies that run cars. We delivered a car to Tasmania last year as well, you know, so we're here to help, and obviously been in the business for 42 years. We know the right ways to get our customers to be satisfied with the freight requirements, where they got to be, and often we'll trade your car and we haven't even seen it. So it's a mutual respect thing that you build up, and what I expect with our customer base is they can have comfort, and what we say is what we say, and we don't really have any issues there. And if there is an issue, we just talk about it. You know, it's important that, you know, our end customers are completely happy with what they put their money into, and likewise, if we're trading your car, we're very transparent and making sure that what we see and what we say and what we get for it and the figure we arrive on is fair and equitable. And our truck drivers are trained. Normally they'll take the keys and the logbooks off you and check the car over and hand you the other car. Often we'll also do deliveries, you know, some special deliveries. We've done them in Sydney, or depending on what the car is and what the customer's requirements are, but we'll fly down and send the truck down and meet and do a lunch and a handover. We can do that also, and we have done that. So lunch on the harbour is at Catalina's, and using the park behind is a great spot in Sydney. We just get our enclosed transporter to bring, you know, when I say that, special cars, and $500,000 car, $1 million motor car, where we have a little bit different requirement to a delivery and a handover. So, you know, again, we can work at any level, and we have done that already very successfully. So we want to make it special. That's the important thing. Doesn't matter whether it's $20,000 or $1 million to someone. That's always hard-earned money, but that's the sort of variance, I suppose, that we are looking at in our range today. I know we even just trade a little Mercedes. It's just a good little car, and you know, it's $27,000, but it's a good example of one. And yes, we'll keep it because it's a good car. So it's picking the eyes out of things, as I've said before. So here we go, deal with the traffic. Back at Pickering Luxury Garage. Everyone, here we are. That's a bit of a wrap now on the Mach 1 Mustang. I hope you had a great little run around on the limited edition car. So please let us know if there's anything we can help you with. Obviously, pickeringluxurygarage.com.au, or give us a call on the phone at any time. So we are open obviously here at our dealership from 8:30 until 5:30, Monday to Friday, and Saturdays we work from about 9 o'clock until 4 in the afternoon. So please feel free to give us a call or get in touch. Thanks again. We'll talk soon. Bye.